Hello and welcome back to the Little Scale Cars YouTube channel. Today in the review box we have the MiniGT Bugatti Chiron SuperSport 300 Plus. This is the white version. We have already gone over the kind of carbon and orange version, but we're going to go ahead and take a closer look at this new recolor and see if it is worth adding to your collection. Alright, so the first category of our casting. We have already gone over this casting, so I'll give the kind of full detailed review video is going to be up in the top right corner if you haven't seen that one yet. But the big differences here are just our deco. So we'll just kind of briefly go over it. We do have a mostly die-cast body. We do have some plastic bits in here. A lot of this roof section, I believe, is what's plastic. And then we have this little piece here is plastic. On the back, we've got some inserts for the taillights. And then we have our mirrors. As you can see, one of mine is a little bit warped. I could fix that with some heat, most likely. But for right now, it doesn't bother me enough to really mess with it. And then our splitter up here is a piece of the base, so it is metal. We have some plastic inside there. And that's really it as far as casting goes. If you want full detailed review on the casting, that is in the other video. For our paint and deco, that's where this one has actually got some pretty good differences. As you can see, this one is just a nice plain white. We've got some black accents going on with here, with kind of where the side intake striping kind of goes. Looks really nice. I would more consider these details and less like a part of the deco itself, but these do kind of give some nice highlight to the car itself. Just some, like, almost like an accent piece, and it looks good. On the side here, you can see that mine does actually have a little bit of a scratch, and that's the first time I've actually noticed that. So I'm not sure if it came like that, or if it has gotten like that since I've had it. I think that's something I would have normally recognized, though, so I'm assuming that that is something that's happened recently, which is a shame. Luckily, though, it's a color I can fix pretty easily, can match that up. For our detailing category, we do have some slight differences between the last one, so we'll just go ahead and go over. We have our whole splitter section here. Get that more in focus. It does have carbon fiber on it, and it does look good. As with the previous release, though, we have this kind of meshed in, this meshed in. Our headlights are actually textured, so that's pretty nice. Onto the sides, we do have this piece in carbon fiber, which looks good. And then onto our back, we do actually have painted taillights this time. That looks good. And there is, hard to see, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get it in there. There is a little bit of Chiron logo etched in there as well, which looks really, really nice. Just overall, the details are different, but just as high quality on this one as they were with the previous release. Our roll test. It's a MiniGT, and it does roll, and it rolls really, really smoothly, actually. For our pros and cons, so the biggest pros that I can give this one is, again, as always with MiniGTs, they're very affordable price of about $12. And then I'm also going to just give the carbon accents on this one just a nice little shout out highlight there as well, because they're subtle, but they look really, really nice. They just work with this car so nicely. This is a real life deco, I'm pretty sure, by the way, and it just looks really good. As far as cons, though, this is mostly going to affect my particular release. As I mentioned earlier, my mirror up front, this one, is a little bit droopy. It's got some old age or something showing and makes it want to sag. But I can probably fix that with heat, so it's not a big deal. And then the other thing regarding quality control is on the other side. If I mentioned it earlier, this scratch right here, I went back and checked my pictures on Instagram. This was there in those pictures, which means that this had to have come from the factory, and for whatever reason, I just didn't notice it until right now. So this is a scratch in the paint, which I am just now noticing now, but if I go back and look on my Instagram videos and pictures, you can see it there. So that means it was there when I opened it out of the package, which is highly unfortunate. For some quick size comparisons, here we have it next to the MiniGT Chiron PureSport, and the Hot Wheels Standard Chiron. And here we have it next to some other seriously fast supercars with the Tarmac Works Koenigsegg RS and the Hot Wheels McLaren F1. And then finally here we have it next to the previous release of the Chiron 300 Plus, just to get some side-by-sides. So it's now time to give my overall thoughts, and despite a few QC issues, the overall look of this is really good. The few things that we do have, like the paint chip and the droopy mirrors, are both things I can fix pretty easily. Some touch-up paint right there, no big deal, and then most likely a hairdryer on this mirror, and I can have that fixed as well. So I'm still going to give this one a 9.2. Not quite as high as the previous release, the kind of World Record Edition version, but I still think this one looks fantastic. The car itself just looks really good. This kind of white and black combo looks stealthy, it looks mean. It's just really clean looking, it's really nice. So with all that kind of being said, I still think this is one that you should add to your collection. I think that the odds of you getting one with significantly higher QC is going to be good. I just seem to have gotten a bad one, so it would be really good for you to pick it up. I think you should be fine. And with that, guys, that's all I have for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new, and leave a comment down below telling me what your thoughts are on this particular model, and I will see you in the next video.